Yo, 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 yo. We back. Since my man Edward Abdul chat room. Oh yeah, chat room. I'm ready to go in on Corey Holcomb. Fuck you talking about? Ain't about proving my case. I don't like how he operate. He ain't operating on man time. If you ain't operating on man time, fuck you. Basically. Yeah, man. Corey Holcomb like DJ Academics. What separates Corey Holcomb from academics? I ready to go with all his ass. I ready to go in on his ass. Cause he's a clown. Any man, right? Any man that openly beefs with a female on the internet is a fucking clown, man. Corey Holcomb ain't no different from DJ Academics, Myron, and whatever other clowns to do this shit. That is certified goofball shit. Certified goofball. Man, the clown, I'm ready to go in on you. Wait till I get down. Wait. I'm trying to get my phone charged up a little bit. I don't respect nothing about it. And the crazy thing about it, I know his manager. His manager cool as a fan. I did a podcast with his manager. I don't know if she still his manager, but she was his manager at one point. But I don't fuck with him. I think he a clown. I think he a cornball. I think he trying too hard. Trying too hard, man. They put my glasses. I can't even see. Then we got the JFK files. Supposedly got released today. See if they went through them yet. It's a lot. It's a lot. But what they did say is Lee Harvey. They said that the feds knew about Lee Harvey Oswald. Like, how strange is that though, y'all? They watching a man that happens to say if you watching him, how he do the assassination? The feds always saying to be watching people, and they still commit the crime. Like that is very strange to me. If you was watching, that means y'all should have been able to prevent the crime. So y'all watched the man kill him. That's how y'all got to him that fast. But y'all ain't had nothing to do with it though. Man, I'm about sick and tired of these people, man. That's why they don't fuck with me. See, my thing is though, back to Corey Holcomb. Yo, the industry has a problem with Baltimore, man. I'm telling you, it's an issue with Baltimore. It's Javante Davis. It's Monique. It's Jess. I'm about sick and tired of this shit. Think we too real. They want fake, man. They want fake. Whenever you give them real, they can't take it. Monique just called out Tyler Perry bitch ass for that shit he did. He go in and give this motherfucking awesome speech for Angie Stone. But you been selling us out in every fucking movie you put out, my nigga. And we so fucking stupid. We be like, oh shit, that was a hell of a speech. Angie Stone need her money. Like, yo, yeah, she do. And whatever was going on was wrong. But his bitch ass can't speak. We can have fucking movies. Every movie, the black man abusive. Like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. Goofy ass nigga. You feeding in the stereotypes. You ain't no different than Charleston White or Whack 100. Yo, cause we too outspoken, bro. They don't like that shit. So, show y'all what been going on. God damn it. Hold up, y'all. Yeah, my bad, y'all. Yeah, so let me show y'all what the fuck going on. So Justin Larius has just put out a video. I guess she did an IG live because she not liking this treatment that she getting on a Breakfast Club, and I don't either. I don't either. So ever since she been on the Breakfast Club, I don't know if y'all been saying it, but everybody talking about she terrible at her job and she this, she that, she this, she that. So she tired of the bullshit. Motherfuckers ain't speaking up for her. But then you got this bitch ass nigga Corey Holcomb, who a grown ass man, putting his 2 cents in it. But he's a bitch. Grown ass man, bro. So let's go to what Corey Holcomb had to say first. Matter of fact, no. Let's listen to Jess Hilarious first. Because I want to respond to Corey Holcomb. And then DJ Envy and Charlamagne, they sitting. I need to wipe the screen off. They sitting around not saying nothing. Letting all this bullshit get played out in media, making her look like the bad guy, and I don't respect it, man. Because like I say, I think it's bigger than just Hilarious. I think this shit about Baltimore. It's always an issue with a person from Baltimore. Like I said, look what they did to Monique. Look how they do Javante Davis. It's a pattern. Look what they did with Carmelo. It's a pattern with Baltimore people with celebrity status. If we not willing to bend and conform, here they come with all the bullshit. But fuck them. That's how I go through it. You know what I mean?
It's a fucking contract. This ain't no part-time little shit that I got. I got a contract that I negotiated and I got it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She over-talks. She's over-talking me. Lauren knows she does this shit. Whatever. I've told her about this shit many a times. You know, she over-talks me. I'm like, yo, shut up. All right? Or the hush.
But my thing is, why the fuck is Corey going after a female? She a female, my nigga. That's bitch. That's bitch made activity, man. That's what DJ Academics does it. Myron, like, what separates Corey Holcomb from DJ Academics and fucking Myron? 2 fucking clowns. He the third. Fucking 3 Stooges.
Be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. Yes, shut up. Be quiet. Yeah, I said that. And I've met that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get it a hush. So I'm like, all right, cool.
See, but this is what they don't like. This Baltimore right here. We ain't sitting around and allowed with nothing. No disrespect is tolerated. You feel me? We not the type that's gonna sit around and bite our tongue and get ran over. No, we gonna speak. It's either you gonna hate it or love it, but you gonna respect it. Yo, it don't matter, bro. She's still a woman, bro. She's still a woman. I don't give a fuck. They had a back and forth 20 years ago. He's a fucking man. She's a woman. Address that shit to a man, my nigga. That shit goofy.
One day, I told her, I mean, because I went in the comments.
He won't come to Baltimore and say it. I don't even think he'll say it to her face.
I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. You know, I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady. But she's not going to keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why the fuck she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air. Not in the building. On air. Right? So I'm like, all right.
What's up, Benji? Hey, Benji, how you doing, bro? Hold up.
The next day.
Hey, Benji, how you doing, bro? Yo, this is personal. Yo, wait till you hear what he said. It is personal. This not about humor. He's taking personal attacks at this woman, man. Repeatedly. She been stopped speaking on y'all. The fuck you so hurt? What she roasted him? I think she roasted him back in the day. Yo, can't get over it. That's female activity, bro. Like, you's a man, my nigga. Fuck you so emotional for?
Charlemagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet.
Nope.
You tell her shut up.
All right,
play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. Why the fuck would we do that? But I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. She cool with it, I'm cool with it, because I'm not a...
Now she exposes shit. You know, play to the narrative. Yo, we don't, that's not Baltimore. Yo, we ain't with the plan. You understand what I'm saying? That's not how, yo, we don't, I don't know where everybody else is from. But in our city, we ain't with all that shit, man.
Be quiet type of bitch anyway. I am a shut up type of bitch. Ask my kids, right? Even a 7-month-old, ask her. So then I asked again. I'm like, all right, so she's gonna be the fourth host. That's what it is. Whenever we do find that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of beating around the bush. This is a fucking contract.
All right, so
this ain't no.
I need to find a whole lot. Maybe somebody put it on YouTube, because I got it clipped up from a live channel. Maybe that's it.
We supposed to be a team up that bitch. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like when I'm like, not one motherfucker ever.
But they keep coming at the Jess, bro. I ain't feeling it.
With this online shit. Like, why the fuck should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela, you ain't that motherfucking crazy. Not as crazy as niggas try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that shit for 13 years, my nigga. I'm telling you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all already know what's up with me.
No, bro. You ain't hear what she said, chat room.
I feel
she about done with that shit. Like what you mean? She standing on it. She about done with that shit, man. Because he playing with her.
I'm gonna play with niggas. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a motherfucking reason. I always got my motherfucking mouth open. All the time. How about y'all clear some of this shit up for you? We supposed to be a team up that bitch. Not one person. Clear this shit up for y'all teammate. This shit is ran like a high school. Yeah. It's ran like a high school. It is. Fair East Side High. Before Mr. Clark, though. Like when he first got there. Y'all want a bitch to keep her cool. Look, check this out, y'all. Look, man. I get up every fucking day. every day. And they always talk about, you ain't at work, you ain't at work. Yeah, bitch, I started picking up more shows. Hell no. That's how I'm getting. Hell no. Hell no. I have more fun outside the fucking studio than I have in there now. Is you crazy? I'm this shit up for y'all teammate.
Shit.
All right, so now let's listen what Cho said.
This is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job. Because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
So she got that job.
She shared herself.
And I always said she wasn't talented. She got the job and got knocked up shortly afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh.
She has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice. I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Lauren. That girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlamagne and the other guy, DJ Envy. It's like it seemed. Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. It's when she there.
Right.
It's the talent. The talent shows out, and then Les Hilarious ain't even reading right. I'm like, and now she had a job where all she had to do was deliver the news. She had a segment on the Breakfast Club. The other girl who has experience and talent at this job took her segment. Right. Not because she tried to, it's just you saw somebody who's talented. And then you see, read that, Les Hilarious.
And she stood in for her when she took off maternity leave.
When she stood in for Les Hilarious, you should have had your baby on camera at the Breakfast Club.
He's so stupid.
Because they brought in somebody who was...
She didn't know, bro. Jess is a fucking comedian. That's what she's there for. That girl serves a whole nother purpose than what Jess is there for. Serves a whole nother purpose. But for your bitch ass to be 7 years in, still disrespecting this girl, he's a fucking clown. He's a clown. He looks silly. The fuck is what? Like he's come on, man.
Talentless when she there.
Right.
It's wicked. And you could say I'm dissing, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to act like I'm hating. I'm not hating.
You are hating.
You don't got the it. Your segment could have been good if you knew how to deliver it right. But now they got somebody doing your segment better than you, and it's just flawless. It's effortless. And the girl tried to be your friend, and everybody could see you ain't trying to be her friend. So I want to say to old girl Lauren, I hope that you get the job, and I hope Les Hilarious has to open up an OnlyFans with that bionic ass body that she bought through robbing the people, perpetrating talent. Cause I want to see you doing bad, cause I ain't gonna even lie, left it.
He's a clown, yo. Yo, a clown. He's a bitch. I don't respect nothing about him. So in the video I seen earlier, it shows some of the clips, I guess, from where the fuck is this shit at? Where's this? Did we watch this one yet?
The nigga Corey, that nigga ain't saying nothing that ain't nobody else saying. It's just that he don't like me. He already don't like me. So it's like, all right, he gonna pack it on. You know, them niggas let her have a failed date with Jess, because I done had a failed date with his ass. Trust and believe that nigga still hurt. Still hurt that I wouldn't accept his apology.
And that's all it is. She linked on him. But as a man, like, goddamn, bro, how long you gonna hold that shit in? Like, you start to remind me of a bitch, bro. Yo, that shit was like 7 years ago. That shit was like 7 years ago, man. Yo, can't let it go. Like, move on, my nigga.
Still hurt. That's on him. Still hurt. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's all right. It be all right. You know what I mean? But I don't care. Y'all gonna hear me. I don't do that. The problem is communication. Yeah. It been that. You rich Jess, who cares? Nigga, I care. I still care. Because it's still about policy and protocol and it's principles to this shit, nigga. Like, nah.
You hear that? That's Baltimore, yo. That's what we raised on, yo. Like, I don't know how everybody else is raised around the world. Yo, but we raised on principle. We raised on morals. Like all this fucking sucks bullshit that's going on, yo, we not rocking with that. Corey Holcomb is a fucking clown. It's a clown. He belongs in the circus. Take him off the internet, put him in the circus. Like, straight up.
Nah. The shit that Corey said it's been said. It's been being said. You feel me? You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm not doing that shit. So, like, I'm not gonna be quiet and shit. Nah, I'll be at work tomorrow. And if a bitch badge don't work, sayonara. The fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, it just is what it is. The nigga Corey, that nigga ain't saying.
Man, I'm rocking with Jess. Corey Holcomb a clown. What the fuck is the name of your show? Don't you got a show? I seen him do an interview with fucking Cam Newton trying too hard. He just be trying too hard, man. Oh, we gotta watch this. Let me get this in my what's it called real quick. I don't want to go to this yet, but this is funny. Let me get this in my history real fast. That's crazy. This popped up, so I wanted to watch that. What's your bitch ass got a show? Days ago. You said that 6 days ago? Oh, it's just finding its way on. That's the same shit he had on? Oh, so he said that 6 days ago. See what else this bitch ass said.
You want to accomplish and getting the best.
Get it? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And they act like, I prove it. People give me information all the time. Fuck out of here.
Liars. So what they
want from Taj Shakay to hold up.
right.
And
Shit.
I just don't respect the men going at women. Like that's a new part of the world that I don't think I can ever get used to.
ass cook.
Cause she linked on him. Let me see. Jess Hilarious versus Corey Holcomb. So let's watch the whole thing. The people fast. God damn, motherfucker don't waste no time. When the fuck did she start going in on yo? Look, 2 years ago, he still like he just can't leave the girl alone. 2 years ago. So he only got what Corey Holcomb said. Let me try to find when she was going in on your dumb ass. This was 2 years ago.
At Wayfair, we're game for every style.
Let's play charades. I got my favorite chair.
Yo,
All right, ready?
Jess Hilarious is more famous than Corey Holcomb at this point in their career. Like, I don't think he keeps her relevant. Who got the biggest following? She fuck around get paid more than yo for a show.
Did you hear Corey Holcomb say you look like LeBron underneath? I think that's old. But what? What you say? Corey Holcomb said you look like LeBron underneath your wigs.
Oh, yo, I want to find. It was an IG live. I don't know if he's more famous, bro. He's still a bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if he's famous or talented. He's a bitch. As a man going back and forth with a woman, he's a bitch. Ain't that what they used to be called? What you used to call a man that going back? What do you used to call a man that goes back and forth with? Didn't we call them bitches at one point? Like, somebody, unless I'm confused. Isn't that what we called them? Or I'm geeking. He got 240 something K and 189K. Just Hilarious has 5.7 million followers, man. Like, what do you mean? He's not bigger than her, man. She's much bigger than him. And at this stage in their career. Yo, they serve different purposes. Just Hilarious is a comedian, man. They don't serve the same purpose. Like, I don't know why people is comparing that. They don't serve the same purpose. I don't think he that. I don't think he fine. I think he's a fucking clown. I don't know. Y'all can laugh at the nigga. I think he's a clown. I'm standing on it. I tell him to his face. I think this nigga right here is a fucking clown.
I'm not saying.
That's what I think he is. A clown. He's a fucking clown. Man, them numbers might not be real, No, you know they inflate numbers over
Yeah,
this
starting at
numbers probably inflated like a motherfucker. What this shit got? 192K, 6 days.
Like us, like relatable. Like they can relate to him a little bit more.
Lawrence Johnson.
I don't know, y'all. Maybe, you know, I don't know. Maybe I was raised different. Like, yo, you will never see me argue with no female online. It'll never happen. I've been on the internet for what, 3-4 years. It will never happen. I put that on my soul. As long as I'm on this internet, you won't see me do that shit. I might mention Mickey Tree for how she took my takes, but I ain't going to. Oh, she ain't funny. Her videos garbage. Mickey lies. Like I ain't doing all that, man. Like this is clownery, man. This is clownery. Like, he's attacking that girl and what she does at her job. Giving personal attacks. Yo, but what was? Let me. Maybe I'm tripping, because I don't think none of that shit funny. I don't think I ever laughed at any of these jokes.
Kay started lying immediately. Corey Holcomb called me and threatened me. These are facts. Tasha K, you record everything people say. Play the.
So that's his little thing, huh? He just go at the women. Man, y'all crazy as motherfucker. Y'all fuck with this nigga. Your role is to attack black women. That's your role, huh?
10. Not 10. So
I go at everybody.
Turn everybody against you. And lady on here who would talk about Corey. You know what I'm saying? And got some pay-per-view money for
there because somebody sent me an old clip of.
Hold on, I'm not knocking none of these niggas.
No, it ain't a knock.
But I'm saying, you at work. Good ass whooping.
Yo, yeah.
Learning about life.
Man, and you see, look, man, I mean, if they have nothing to offer, and then we're
Breakfast Club.
she done got into some shit.
There you go.
Well, this is what happened at the Breakfast Club. She took that job. She got that job. Because I think she had a social media presence. I can't imagine why else.
Yeah, that's why, yeah.
So she got that job. And I always said she wasn't talented.
So he's a clown, and
she got the job and got knocked up.
If you just say shit that people don't like, you're a clown. So basically, he's just saying things. He Charleston White. If he's just saying things that people don't like, he's Charleston White, the dark skinned version that probably didn't testify on somebody. Man, y'all crazy motherfucker, man. These niggas.
Wow, afterwards. And the worst thing in the world happened. They brought in somebody who was talented.
Who they bring in?
Homegirl from she used to be on TMZ.
Yeah.
Oh.
She has experience with doing that. When she talks, her voice. I don't know her name.
Yeah.
The girl who is Lauren. That girl know what she doing. She knows how to fit in with Charlemagne and
Yeah, if he was to come to Baltimore, he was like, "Oh man, it's all jokes." You know, I just be joking. Yo, but yo, you disrespectful. You talking about she can't read and like yo, those are personal attacks. Yo, that's outside of comedy. You taking personal attacks at the girl, man. I just don't respect that from men. Like I don't know. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm wrong. You know, but I don't respect that shit from men on platforms. Everybody argue with their girl behind closed doors. You'll never see me get on this platform and be talking about my girl and you know what I mean? Like, come on, man, that's clown, sucker, punk shit. Like, I don't know.
DJ Envy. It's like it's seamless when she there.
Right.
It's the talent. The talent shows out, and then Les Hilarious ain't even reading right. I'm like,
funny to be.
So it's a problem now. Because when she go, it's just like when a nigga with a horse dick fuck your woman who got an elephant pussy. And you working with pit bull dick. Even though you got bite, goddammit. Right, whatever you do, it's gonna be something missing when they see this. That's what happened on stage when she performs. I'm talking about Les Hilarious. And now she had a job where all she had to do was deliver the news. She had a segment on The Breakfast Club. The other girl who has experience and talent at this job took her segment. Right. Not because she tried to, it's just you saw somebody who's talented. And then you see, read that, Les Hilarious.
And she stood in for her when she took off maternity leave.
When she stood in for... Les Hilarious, you should have had your baby on camera at the Breakfast Club.
He's so stupid.
Because they brought in somebody who is talented. And you could say I'm dissing, because that's what you're going to do. You're going to act like I'm hating. I'm not hating. You don't got the it. Your segment could have been good if you knew how to deliver it, right? But now they got some...
I think she is talented. I think I trips off of Jess Hilarious. But my thing is, it ain't even about her, yo. You're a grown ass man. Like that's what I'm going back to. I'd have said this shit if he said it about Angela Yee, and it was a continuance over years. Like, god damn, bro, leave her the fuck alone, my nigga. Because if she like, never mind.
Somebody doing your segment better than you, and it's just flawless. It's effortless. And the girl tried to be your friend, and everybody could see you ain't trying to be her friend. So I want to say to old girl Lauren, I hope that you get the job, and I hope Les Hilarious has to open up an OnlyFans with that bionic ass body that she bought through robbing the people.
Yo, I gotta find that video.
Talent. Cause I want to see you doing bad. Cause I ain't gonna even lie, Les. I don't want you to be poor, but if you're poor, it'd be easy for me to fuck you and look at you while I'm washing up in your sink. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's what I really want to do. You, Kendra G, it's a lot of bitches. I just want that feeling when I'm washing up. Like I'm about to get up out this motherfucker. Ain't shit else here for me. I want to say that so bad to you. Don't mistake it as Corey wants you. I know what happens to all you women, soul and heart and self-belief, when somebody like me is literally, because I like to wash my ass crack in your face with your rag.
Oh my God. Look at the fucking clown. Get this nigga out of my computer. Where the fuck when she dissed this nigga? She did him bad. That's the whole part. That's the whole. He keeps saying she did him bad when they was going back and forth. That's where all this shit stemmed from. So people saying she ain't funny, she did him bad already. What she say on Breakfast Club? I gotta find the videos. Then they was on IG Live.
Right now, you can get Disney Plus and Hulu for just $2.99 a month.
I like that.
Your favorite.
Yeah, that's why he doing all this, Queen.
You know what I'm saying? And then you apologize.
Right.
And then I would have never made those comments about you had I knew you were a comedian. Well, what that got to do with me being a comedian?
So he has apologized to you before?
This is a person that always does this shit, like
Yeah.
all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. And the only way that you can actually ever get to him, to talk to him, is if you pop up on him. Because even in my experience, I mean, I'm talking about this person has talked about me years and years and years,
Right.
tried to apologize through another comedian. Nah, don't send me D-Ray to apologize to me.
Right.
I want you to apologize to me as a mother because of the shit you said about my son. You
Okay.
understand? And then I had to call you. Cause I'm talking about block my number out to call you, and you answer the phone like, who this? You know what I'm saying? And then you apologize,
Right.
and then I would have never made those comments about you had I knew you were a comedian. Well, what that got to do with me being a comedian?
So he has apologized to you before?
He has on the phone, and then later,
It's a whole different story.
You get on that mic again on the show or whatever, on your podcast show,
Right.
which is like the only thing you have. You know what I'm saying? And you talk about me again. You talk about me again. You talk about. So he cannot leave our names and the names of the greats and the name of the people that he cannot beat
Right.
on a Netflix, on anything else in any other realm out of his mouth. He can't do that. So that's all he has is that mic and that doorna and in that cold corner.
Right.
You know,
Without
and
anybody-
whatever he-
I told yo, Jess getting more money than yo, man. Like I don't know for the people that's denying it. Like it is what it is. That man time is over. He just a little frustrated, man. But I don't respect it as a man. I think that shit is pure clownery. Like this shit been going on for like 6 years now. Like, god damn, bro, you just gonna use this girl your whole career? What he said this time? This was 2 years ago.
In the middle, that's Corey Holcomb with no TV. Nigga, you brag on some shit about Corey Holcomb, you helping my legend. Bitch, I ain't never opened for you, and the only reason I haven't opened for you is because they have to put you at the beginning of the show because you are one of the worst talents that are out there on the circuit. You're not funny. You're not funny. It's a tour you own. They done canceled more than half the dates. And you ain't talking about that. You steady putting my name in your mouth. Girl, you ain't funny. I think she said something about I make public appearances and they pay for all this shit. I'm like, bitch, okay, we'll get it while it lasts. Do you know what staying power is? I've been in this game for a long time. You want me to tell you why? The motherfucking Fox Theater in the middle? That's
like, yo, the man be talking about the girl for like 6 years, man. Like, goddamn, but let that shit go, chat. I just don't like how they treat Baltimore as a whole. As a fucking whole. I just don't. I don't know, yo. People seem to respect it. Monique just called out. Monique issues an open letter to Tyler Perry following his speech on Angie Stone's life.
The community is involved, and they want to see how it's going to play out. Because the community is saying, wait a minute, hold up. We don't know this sister to be no bullshit. We know she a loudmouth. We know she'll say some shit off the wall. But what we know about her is she true to her word.
And all I would ask you is two questions. The first question is, did you not just say it was wrong?
Tyler.
Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
So
See, this is the issue they got with Baltimore. That we ain't with the bullshit, man. It's universal. You feel me? It ain't just Jess. It ain't just Monique. It ain't just me. It ain't just that's just how we are, man. We ain't with fuck shit on no level. Yo, you can call, man. Call my Instagram. You can call. Let's talk about it.
I'm saying it now. I will let all this cool off when I get back out on the press tour to promote my next thing. I know it's going to come up, and that is when I will talk about it. But never know. Now, it's too hot. It's too hot. Y'all heated it up. I'm saying it now. I will let all this cool off when I get back out on the press tour to promote my next thing. I know it's going to come up, and that is when I will talk about it. But
so she called him out because
I look at these
he
young
did
folks
this.
who are living these lives and they think that
He did this for Angie Stone, but that's the same shit he did to her. Like, yo, but this is what I be trying to explain to people, man. This is the shit that we got. People respected this. I didn't. Because I was like, wow. Like, this is a hell of a speech for a motherfucker that sell us out in every movie. But it's like the community is, I don't know, man. Like, I be saying why we get sold out. Because we can't see through the nonsense. Like, we fucking prisoners of the moment.
it's supposed to be the way that it is on Instagram. And they're forgetting about the people who have paved the way for them to be in that situation. They're forgetting about the women like Angie Stone, who's been in the business all of these years. You're going to forget about what she did, all of the people that she put on and helped. So you got to go through something to write a song like $20. Because then she says, what you know about being poor. She don't say poor, she says poor. What you know about having to borrow from the neighbor next door. These are her words. What you know about bumming rides. What you know about having to swallow your pride. And this is the part of the song that got to me when she said, what do you do when you're through? When you're always helping people and nobody is there for you.
This was a speech that Tyler Perry gave at Angie Stone's funeral. Now, you know, before she died, she talked about how the industry wasn't paying her royalties. But he's giving this beautiful speech. He did the same shit to Monique. He blackballed Monique for years. And they was wrong. It wasn't because of what they was wrong.
Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm angry at the way I look at these young folks who are living these lives and they think that it's supposed to be the way that it is on Instagram. I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it?
It was her. It was him too, y'all. It was Tyler Perry, Lee
It's
Daniels, and
wrong.
Oprah.
It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap. But you got to be careful when you start mistreating people, especially children of God, because the Bible, I did not know.
Yeah, like, man, I don't buy any of these niggas, man. These motherfuckers ain't what you think they is.
And they're
Motherfuckers don't be for the community. They only for their self. They just use the community to benefit and monetize. Them fucking hazardous ass videos he be putting out on black men, making black men look like we just the worst of the fucking worst, feeding into all the stereotypes. We either beating up women, we either ain't doing shit, we either cheating. Like, it's hardly ever he do a video where the black man is a man of honor, a man of integrity. It's always some fuck shit. Fuck y'all. Yo, she ready to get $1.1 billion from Kanye. God damn, Kanye. Fuck, man. Yo, ready to get that girl all his, half his fucking money. Jesus Christ. How the fuck is you blocking all the comments? Right. He ain't know she was getting robbed. Get the fuck out of here. So remember earlier I showed y'all, well, hold on, let me get to this. Cardi B appears to respond to Ye after he mentions her latest rant.
These bitches don't support me. These bitches are.
So Kanye say, where's Cardi B going to be 10 years from now? They used her. Cardi B replaced Nicki Minaj. Megan Thee Stallion replaced Cardi B. Doja Cat replaced Megan Thee Stallion. Doechii replaced Doja Cat after Doechii started popping this Nazi shit. Funny how similar Doja and Doechii names are. They had Lizzo to promote black obesity. I'm real proud of Lizzo. She's an amazing talent and she's taking her life into her own hands. See, yo, that's why they don't fuck with Kanye. Kanye bad. Kanye don't be all that shit, even though I think sometimes it's a method to his madness. But you see dope shit dropping. Damn, yo, I ain't gonna lie, yo. I'm so mad Dirk locked up, yo. Damn, Dirk. Let them people trick you out the streets, man.
I didn't give you anything, how you gonna keep on tripping? I gave my word to my higher self saying gonna keep on sipping. I know how love is, so therefore I'm gonna keep my distance. I know how love is when I stay away, that's when I'm the rich. Wish I keep on sipping. When you get there going broke, you won't keep on sipping.
That shit come out March 28th, y'all. Damn, Dirk, yo. I ain't gonna lie till I think about that shit. I be like, damn, Dirk. Fuck that money up, shorty. Oh, so let me... fuck him. So look, did y'all see this case? So the other day, I seen some shit about these twins, right? Their death was ruled as suicide. But they just locked up a firefighter, arrested in connection to the mysterious case of the twin brothers that were found fatally shot on Bell Mountain, charged with obstruction after photographing the death scene and sharing their images. Did y'all see this case?
On Bell Mountain, the bodies of twin brothers found in Towns County near the North Carolina line, 90 miles from their home in Lawrenceville. The GBI initially investigating this as a murder-suicide, but tonight the family says they're not buying it. 11 Alive's Cody Alcorn spoke with them just a few hours ago.
He was in Georgia
He's live for
somewhere.
us in our newsroom with more on this investigation and what the family has to say, Cody.
Well, Jennifer, the brothers Kydir and Nazir Lewis were twins. The GBI says a hiker found their bodies at the top of Bell Mountain on Saturday morning. Both had been shot. The family couldn't believe it when they got the call hours later, knowing the twin brothers were supposed to be in Boston visiting friends.
In Boston?
We
God
want
damn.
answers. We want to know exactly what happened to the twins.
Nazir and Kydir Lewis,
Those my nephews.
just a few weeks shy of their 20th birthday.
I can get past it. They're gone.
The twins'
On Bell Mountain, the bodies of twin brothers found
uncle, Raheem Bronner,
They're very protective of each other. They love each other. They're like inseparable. So I couldn't imagine them hurting each other because I never even seen them get into a fist fight before.
the GBI saying their preliminary investigation points to the twins' death being a murder-suicide.
We knew right
I
away
ain't
that
gonna lie
wasn't
to y'all.
true.
For the most part, you know if your people, like yo, if you know your peoples, man. You hear some wild ass shit. You ever hear some wild ass shit? Like, man, how? I know that ain't how it happened.
Says the twins had a 7 a.m. flight to Boston last Friday.
Right there, we never heard from them. They missed their flight. We don't know what happened.
24 hours later, the twins' body found 90 miles away.
How they end out in the mountains, they don't hike out there. They've never even been out there. They don't know nothing about Hiwassee, Georgia. They never even heard of Bell
But
Mountain.
what they saying down there,
So
Snake?
how did they end up right there?
A mystery this family is trying to solve.
They had a huge support system. Like, we know them, but they wouldn't do anything like this. So to say that they did this to each other when they
His uncle, Raheem Bronner,
They're very protective of each
come from a family of love, and they love each other, they always together. We don't believe that. They didn't do this to each other. Something happened in those mountains, and we want answers.
I did reach out to the GBI tonight. A spokesperson says the twins' autopsies is finished, but they're awaiting additional forensic testing to be finished, as well as the investigation portion of this, before they issue a final ruling on the brothers' causes of death.
Sure, they be doing people dirty, man. Yo, you know your peoples, man. Y'all see these people?
And splashdown. Crew 9 back on Earth. We right there have our first view of Dragon Freedom coming home to Earth. And that view is from the WB-50, the coast of Tallahassee,
Now, they
Florida.
supposed to have been in space for 9 months. They supposed to have been in space for 9 months. No, they is. They always do.
And splashdown. Crew 9 back on Earth.
They came all the way down in that little motherfucking capsule. Damn. It's a little ass capsule. Fuck what they was surviving up there all that time. Oh, they couldn't. They had to been. Oh, that should look bigger than what it showed. It's supposed to be 8 days. I know that was rough. I ain't gonna lie. What the fuck, man? That bitch 9 months for this person. Shit. Yeah, get me the fuck away from this person. What the fuck is that? What's up, Jonathan?
This is my phone.
I don't know what this is. I thought that was like a house raid or something. All right, but let me show y'all this, right? So this little kid right here.
County of Harris.
Arrested after he made a diss track on his football team at Heritage High School. Listen to this, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, that was Baltimore, that house. High school student arrested. Listen to it. He made a diss track after he got a fight with a kid in school.
Who passed Pittsburgh's paid sick day?
Listen to the father. Listen to the family explanation of it. It's funny though. He like, we know, well, Kendrick Lamar and Drake had a beef.
Heritage High School football player must prepare for his day in court.
He's ready to fight charges after recording a song aiming to settle a score. It's a story you see first on Fox 5, and Fox 5's Kevin Stewart is in the live.
They locked him up for terroristic threats.
Guys, battle raps and diss tracks are foundational to hip-hop. They involve boasting, jokes, even threats. But a teen and his family never thought his diss track would land him in jail.
The other guy got a couple of other licks in, and my son ended up with a big knot on the top of his forehead.
The Jess Lyles can't believe his 18-year-old son, Cortez, allegedly got jumped by a teammate on the Heritage High football team and ended up with a mugshot, charged with making a terroristic threat after posting this diss track on his Instagram page.
I did his drop a diss and then I'll take his get a body bag or save his because I ain't spent.
The track came about after his parents told him not to fight.
What do y'all want him to do? Come back to school and fight? We don't teach our kids that.
The same thing with the Kendrick Lamar and the Drake situation.
It must be a small town.
The complete consensus was, oh, Kendrick bodied Drake. So for that to be mentioned in the song and translated into something literal is egregious.
Lyles posted the recording back in November, but the other player's mother filed the charges last month, leading to Lyles' arrest on campus.
Why wait months and months and months? There would have been plenty of opportunities for him to do something.
Lyles is a senior hoping to join the Air Force, so his parents want to build a bridge with the other boy's family, hoping the bridge isn't over.
Anytime,
they definitely need to let him out.
Sit down, a meeting, we can talk about this, try to come to some common resolution.
All right, now the charge is a misdemeanor. So far, we have been unsuccessful in reaching the mother who filed the charges. We will continue to update the story.
The mother must listen to drill music. Like, oh, hell no. He ain't ready to put my son in no motherfucking body bag. She probably listen to Bloodhound Lord Jeff. That's how these persons that shot the business to Bloodhound Lord Jeff and them. She probably go, fuck that. Not ready. So this little kid in jail, man. Free that little boy, man. Them weak ass raps. He ain't want no problems for real. Look, here go. Y'all want to see a play?
We out here right now. Cowboy talking about he wanted to fade. Cuz ran like a straight hoe. Like, bro, jumped in the car and left when I put on my shoes, bro.
What he put on his shoes?
This is some real shit. Like, cuz, like, nigga from, where you from?
I'm from Oakland, my nigga. You feel me? I'm just trying to get this nigga Cowboy to flatten my tire. I'm trying to get brother to help me get my shit back to where I gotta get to. And then bro just get out the car. He trying to squabble with bro. But I'm like, bro, I got my baby in the car and all type of shit. Now ain't the time to be doing all that, Cowboy. Bro, I got.
But when I asked him for a fade, when I put on my shoes, what happened?
The nigga left. You feel me? I don't know why he left, but maybe he left because I got my baby in the car.
Nah, we were supposed to be
but you feel
pulling
like
over.
Maybe
dead
niggas
homies.
pulled up.
We out here right now.
These niggas is clowns, man. I thought he got arrested by the feds or something. How the fuck he get old so fast? Lied ass nigga. They didn't get arrested by nobody. That's he funny. I wanted to see this. 90s R&B songs, man. Yeah, this nigga's stupid. I be tripping off. I like Desi, yo. Desi funny. Oh, y'all, so JFK files supposedly got released. The CIA was watching John F. Kennedy's killer before the assassination. So let's get some information on this. I'm sure somebody did it. JFK files released. One minute ago. Wonder if they had time to go through them yet. We might gotta get that shit ourselves.
People who studied the assassination of John F. Kennedy are eager for today's release of documents from the investigation, but doubts remain over what's included. The Trump administration is set to release 80,000 pages of unredacted files on the JFK assassination.
We have a tremendous amount of paper. You've got a lot of reading. I don't believe
we probably gonna get that information to fucking end of next week.
Anything I said, just don't redact. You can't redact.
99% of the JFK documents have already been released, but thousands of files remain partially or fully withheld.
What remains is about 4,400 documents from a variety of federal agencies, primarily the CIA, that still contain some redactions, ranging from a word to a paragraph to a page to the whole document.
The president did not provide specifics on what could be learned, but called the documents very interesting.
They've been waiting for that for decades. Then I said during the campaign I'd do it, and I'm a man of my word.
Trump made the same promise during his first term, but ultimately withheld some documents citing intelligence concerns. Lee Harvey Oswald was identified as the sole gunman in the assassination, but conspiracy theories persist, with some claiming a government cover-up. Experts don't expect the files to reveal any sort of smoking gun. The New York Post says an initial review by administration officials turned up no new bombshells. Just last month, the Trump administration released highly anticipated documents related to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, but they revealed little new information. Critics online expect...
Man, they playing, man. They ain't trying to release that shit for real. Let the people know what. See, the thing is, yo, the people found out what really happened, man. You look at this country how I look at it. And I don't know what really happened. I just know a lot of things that there's a lot of fuck shit going on. That's one thing I do know. A lot of backhanded things going on in this country that's been going on for decades.
Tied to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy, something President Donald Trump said he would do today. JFK, as you know, was assassinated in Dallas 61 years ago. Our Steve Pickett today with the man who has literally read through thousands of the assassination records and his take on if this new release will reveal anything new.
On this blustery Tuesday, Dallas's most visited spot fared few tourists who yearned to stand where a presidency fell, where a president died, despite the news today that more classified files on the assassination of John Kennedy would be released.
It's an insatiable appetite for nothing.
Ferris Rookstool, defined as a leading expert on the killing of President Kennedy in downtown Dallas, did return here today.
Will you join in that historic effort?
Rookstool spent 9 years poring over the investigative reports on the 1963 assassination. He has seen over 500,000 pages of information tied to the shooting of JFK by Lee Harvey Oswald. The plan to release these government records, he says, will unveil facts, but change little.
It's not going to give you any sort of like trail to find any other cohorts or figures that might have somehow participated in killing President Kennedy. The reason why they're being redacted now in their totality is the last 1% of these records were records that each individual agency deemed as a national security issue.
SMU history professor Matthew Wilson told us today he believes the records released could end decades of conspiracy claims.
Certainly, a lot of Americans, rightly or wrongly, believe that the government has hidden things or has not been forthcoming about elements of the full story. The intent here is to put some of those rumors to bed.
Dallas's Kennedy Memorial Plaza stands as a testament to the man, not the action that killed the man. And here today, 1 block from JFK's assassination site, few words about documents and investigation.
Man, they not releasing nothing, y'all. This is a false alarm. They ain't releasing the goddamn thing. They're gonna do the same thing with Martin Luther King. DC man missing. Somebody told me this earlier. It was a guy in DC went missing after a police chase. Did y'all hear about that? Damn, what the fuck you say your name was earlier? They ain't never gonna give us the whole story, man. Washington, D.C. man missing after police chase.
I got the latest for Washington, D.C. man missing after police chase. The first headline from Fox 5 DC on MSN.com is DC teen vanishes after police chase. Mom demands answers.
Yo, what the fuck? Where the video at? Ain't got no video? What you mean? Tell me they ain't do no news story on this? They only did articles, huh? And he missing. 15-year-old. Oh, this ain't it. DC team. Daddy took the page down? What? Yo. What the fuck? Let's go to Fox 5 DC. There ain't no story on this show. They try to hide it. Yeah, they really ain't got no video on it. Guess we gotta read the article. I mean, I found the article. I would have thought they did a video on it. Like, how they ain't do no video on it? Nair arraignment. Let's type that in Google. I mean YouTube. I might have to. Might have to. Dang, but they ain't do no video on it. That's fucking crazy. Damn. Mm. Yeah, I might gotta do a video on it. Cause that's mighty strange. Like, you would think that would be breaking news, right? Like, wouldn't that be considered breaking news? Like, this is not something that normally happens. Like, they only gave us a brief. Nair Raymond, 17, vanished after fleeing from a stolen vehicle during a police pursuit near the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge on January 15th. Days later, Nair's phone and jacket were recovered near the bridge, and his body was later found in the same location. In a body. They tossed the boy in the water, y'all. And the body was found in the same location. Nair's mother, Chanel Ford, believes police are reporting information and is demanding to see body camera footage. Police have not confirmed the identity of the body, and he remains listed as a missing person. Damn. That's fucking wild as shit. What y'all think about that, man? It happened yesterday. Yo. It probably roughed him up on a bridge and he probably fell in the fucking water. Nair Rain was last seen on January 15th. January 15th? Yo, what? Oh, hold the fuck up. January 15th. The fuck the day is, yo? Ain't we in March? We like the 18th or something? After fleeing from a stolen vehicle during a police report near the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge, his mother, Charnel Ford, said she was told he ran from the passenger side of the car and was last seen under the bridge. 3 days after his disappearance, Ford told Fox 5 that Nair's phone was found in the area. A week and a half later, his jacket was discovered submerged in the Anacostia River water nearby. On March 7th, a body was recovered from the same location. While police have not officially identified the remains, Ford fears the worst. It's an African male about 6 feet tall. It fits all criteria of my son, she said. Ford believes foul play may have been involved. She says body camera footage from the night of the chase could provide critical answers. I want to know what they did and what they didn't do. Something happened under that bridge. According to the police report, officers attempted to stop a black kid spotted for a traffic violation when the driver and passenger fled on foot. The driver, 18-year-old Jalen Anthony Young, was arrested, while passenger believed to be Nair escaped. The Metropolitan Police Department listed Nair as a missing person on January 18th. Yo, how the fuck was he missing if they chased him? They've had that body for over a week, and they're telling me they won't let me see it. She said, my son has been wrong somewhere. She said, this is murder. I feel it in my heart. Man, one thing about the motherfucking mothers, boy. If she feel that shit in her heart, I believe it. I ain't gonna lie. When it come down to shit like that, she know. I don't know how they know, but she fucking know. Something ain't right. Just like that family we just heard from in the Georgia situation. And you know when something ain't right. I don't know what it is with women or mothers, but they be knowing when shit ain't right. What Boosie say? Mommy gonna tell you when that nigga ain't right. Mama know. Mama know because she pray every night. Ain't lying, man. I'm gonna tell you when that friend ain't right. Definitely intuition. So yesterday, y'all, remember we was talking about Drake. Drake. So this is UMG's response. Salute the Flim Flam. Yo, matter of fact, hold up. I gotta address Baltimore real quick. Yo, whose man is this right here, man? Who people's is this, y'all? Man charged with fatally shooting a grandfather as he walked to the corner store with his grandkids. Like, yo, what the fuck? Come on, y'all. Like, listen to this, y'all. So it's the grandfather that got killed. So listen to this. Baltimore City State's attorney announced the indictment of Brian Payton. Payton was indicted for first-degree murder of Carl Wanson, age 56. On August 16, 2024, at approximately 6:22 p.m., Baltimore police responded to the 600 block of Springfield Avenue for a report of a shooting. Upon arrival, officers observed a black male laying on his left side with multiple gunshot wounds to his head and torso. EMS paramedics pronounced the victim, who was later identified as Carl Wanson, deceased at the scene at 6:30 p.m. Further investigation revealed that the victim was walking toward a nearby convenience store with his two minor grandchildren when they passed an unidentified male who began shooting the victim multiple times in the head and torso. The crime scene was located in front of 602 Springfield Avenue, where shell casings were located around the victim and on the street. Investigators conducted an area canvass and recovered CCTV footage. Investigators were able to identify the shooter as Brian James Payton. Like, yo, what the fuck, bro? What type of bitch ass shit is that? Y'all see, you ever to buy a cold cloud? Now I don't do sucker shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, this ain't even. I mean, fuck wrong with you, yo? You must be slow or something. Look like you might be slow. Who peoples is this, man? I need to hire. I wouldn't. Yo, see, this is the thing, right? If one of my homeboys did some shit like this, man, I'm not sending you $1 in the joint, nigga. Don't call me, ask me for nothing. You gonna starve. If it's up to me, you're gonna starve in that bitch, bro. I promise you, I'm not sending nothing. I'm not answering no phone calls. I ain't buying no green dots. With green dots was a thing. Like, you gonna starve in that bitch, bro. That shit goofy. You killed that man in front of your grandkids, bro. What, he owed you some money off? What, he owed you a $50, $100? So he used to be out Charlie Hill. So what, he owed him $50 or something? Owed you for an 8-ball? Like, yo, come on, bro. That was goofy as a motherfucker. Now you ready to spend the rest of your life in prison. And you traumatize them fucking kids forever. That's how we gotta start handling people, yo, when they do wild shit. Gotta make them suffer, man. You do some wild shit, you get booked, you on your own. You better not call me for nothing. I bet we start carrying it like that. The word start getting around. I bet people start tightening up and start them dumbass shootings. Yeah, we talked about that earlier, Snake. I don't like how they doing it. We watched the video of the deportation shit. Like that's. I could turn it back on. That shit was disgusting. Like, god damn, yo, like why y'all using so much force? Like, look at this shit. Like, I ain't really a fan of that. What the fuck that shit was at? Here you go, right here. So he's sending them back to Venezuela. What people in jail? What people in jail or prison? The people in jail and prison. Are you sending? What people in jail and prison? What people who sending back to prison? You ain't talking about this? I figured he had to be something like that, Ash. I mean, Edward. Ain't no way. Like, that ain't even typical. I mean, niggas don't be operating like that. Like, what the fuck, bro? You shot that man in front of your grandkids. Like, I hope they tear his ass up in the joint. Straight to PC. And when they get to PC, I hope they pop his locks. Hope the motherfucking COs pop the grill. Black boss. I think this is excessive. That's what I think this is. Like, I understand, you know, the reason, yo, because the thing, right? I don't know. I mean, yo, they let way too many of them people over here. Like, that shit was like the fucking demographics started changing. Like, what the fuck? Like tremendously. Like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the hell was going on? And then when you putting them in black communities, yo, eventually that's gonna start a problem. That's where they was putting them at. Like, I don't see them out here where I live at. But when I went to Baltimore, oh my God, they was every fucking where. And eventually, once their numbers keep rising, then they start getting territorial. Now you got a situation where you at war with them. You still at war with the community. You know, that shit ain't gonna stop. It ain't like they just going, you know, shift their focus to them. It's just fucking it's just chaos. So I think what they doing needed to be done. Now the way they going about doing it, I don't really fuck with that. Wow. I don't go that far east. I know they out there though, like the Patterson Park area. Now, what I can say is the motherfucking drug prices ready to go back up. Cause that shit dropped to the floor. I was like, God damn, I ain't never see that shit so cheap. My motherfucking life. Motherfucker talking about $6.50 an ounce. $6.50 an ounce. God damn. The fuck? I remember I was 1200. Talking about $6.50 now. So expect the prices to go back up. Oh, so let me show y'all this before I get to. So remember earlier I was showing y'all young MA. Shit definitely ready to be messed up. Cause that's why the numbers drop like that. I ain't never, man. As long as I've been alive, I ain't never heard of no shit, no 650, 500 for an ounce. 500? Shit. If you had an area where you could still tax a motherfucker, man, you can get rich. Take that shit out, Hagerstown or Cumberland or Westminster or something like that, man, you be fucking rich. Nah, bro. That shit don't be garbage. It's like, I can't say that. Numbers, yo, the numbers just dropped down tremendously, bro. Now, I ain't talking about weed. I ain't talking about weed, bro. I'm talking about the girl numbers. That shit dropped down to 500, is it? This probably was like last year. Talking about girl numbers, y'all. Girl numbers. All right, but remember I showed y'all the picture of young M.A. when she was going through what she was going through? So she be getting backlash for releasing that. And I ain't gonna lie, that picture was disgusting. Like, yo, that was a terrible picture to release. A video to release of this girl at her lowest. Like, I just thought that was like low vibrational as a bitch. That's why I hardly even played it. But I want to hear what she had to say for herself. How y'all mad at me telling my part of the story?
It's only y'all who follow me off a relationship that's trying to say, like, I'm evil. I'm nasty and all this kind of stuff. And, like, I am nasty, but not in that kind of way. But, yeah, the people that really know me, like, they honestly know where I was coming from with it. Yeah, I don't know. If I would have knew, no, because even if I would have knew, I still wouldn't have went that route. But, like, I was just about to say, if I would have knew y'all was going to take it, like, to the left and, like, make it seem like nasty, I could have made the...
That shit was nasty. Like, yo, y'all remember that shit I showed, that video I showed y'all? Well, I ain't show y'all the video because I paused it. But that image of her, she looked, that was, you don't do that to people, man. Everybody just on clout, yo. This motherfucker want to go viral at any cost. Like, this shit it's ugly.
Caption, like, really juicy and, like, really, really nasty. Like, I could have really did my big one when it came to the caption, but that wasn't the route I was taking it. But once again, a lot of stuff go over people's heads on the internet. And, I really have something to say. But it's like, if I turn my comments off, y'all ain't gonna be talking to me.
She showed this.
We don't care. I know where I was coming from when I came here and be just making videos.
She showed this fucking
video. Just trying to.
I'll just give you a still image of it.
Yo, what up, mob? I mean, I know y'all see this video going around on the blogs or whatever the case. Somebody I once upon a time was with posted me in the hospital at a vulnerable moment. Something that I've owned already. It's been 2 years. That was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? I had an unfortunate situation in my life. And I got sick. I got really sick. You understand? There's not really too much to say on it. It's something I already spoke about. You feel me? I got a whole music video talking about it. Something I express in my music often. You know what I mean? I'm a human. We go through things. We make mistakes. You feel me? I just didn't expect this person to do that. But it is what it is. I don't even know what to say. All I can do is let God handle it. You feel me? All I can do is let God handle it. That was dirty, always my phrase. Yo, what up, mob? I know y'all always my phrase. Always my phrase. Moving forward. Just moving with God, man. I just feel like that was just so foul, though. You feel me? Like, that's just foul. I don't even know how a person can have the urge or willing to want to even do something like that. That just speaks a lot. And I just never knew this was her character. You feel me? Like, just never knew. But, you know, people be people sometimes and you just never know. And it is what it is. But this is something I've owned. Like, I'm not ashamed of this. This is real. You know what I'm saying? I went through a time in my life that I was real dark. But I'm good now. I'm very healthy. And my supporters know that. Big mob shit. You already know what it is, man. Open Scars on YouTube. And I'm dropping that link. I ain't ashamed of nothing. It says a lot about this person's character, man. That's all I'm going to say, man. Reap what you sow. Always my phrase.
Yeah, this the picture. Like, I'm just gonna pause it. Like, yo, why would you release this? So like I just ain't respect that. That's why I ain't play it. But I don't know. Everybody wanna go viral, man. Like, she's obviously sick as a motherfucker. Eyes yellow. People don't care. It's about viral. If I can go viral, fuck it. All right, so let me read this. Oh shit, they went back to successful. So Homie, I spoke to you already, Homie. Why you always do that, man? So this is UMG response to Drake lawsuit. It started off with, yeah, I want it all. That's what I strive for it. Diss me, you'll never hear a reply for it. Plaintiff is one of the most successful recording artists of all time. Lost a rap battle that he provoked, in which he willingly participated. Instead of accepting the loss, like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to salve his wounds. Let's see what they're saying. In spring of 2024, two of the most popular recording artists in the world, Kendrick Lamar and R.B. Drake Graham, engaged in a high-profile rap battle. Over the course of approximately 2 months, they exchanged increasingly vitriolic and incendiary diss tracks, sometimes responding within hours of each other. Drake encouraged the feud. For example, when he felt that Lamar was taking too long to respond, Drake released a second recording in which he goaded Lamar to continue the public rap battle. Lamar did just that, and collectively, Drake and Lamar released a total of 9 tracks taking aim at each other. Multiple commentators declared Lamar to be the winner of the battle. Not Like Us, the penultimate, whatever the fuck that is, track in the feud is the subject of the complaint. The recording and the music video were released by Lamar through defendant UMG on May 4, 2024. Not Like Us was a massive commercial and artistic success. The record was the best-selling rap recording in 2024 and won a Grammy for the Record of the Year. And the accompanying music video won a Grammy for Best Music Video. The song, Not Like Us, won the Grammy Award for Song of the Year, has become an ambiguous cultural phenomenon. Among other things, Lamar performed the song at the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show to a record audience and Saturday Night Live. Not Like Us, like all other recordings in the feud between Drake and Lamar, and like the many notorious diss tracks throughout rap history, consisted of a series of hyperbolic insults. Drake has been pleased to use UMG's platform to promote tracks leveling similar incendiary attacks at Lamar, including most significantly that Lamar engaged in domestic abuse and that one of Lamar's business partners and managers is the true father of Lamar's son. But now, after losing a rap battle, Drake claims that Not Like Us is defamatory. It's not. While the complaint focuses almost entirely on Not Like Us, it disregards the other Drake and Lamar diss tracks that surrounded Not Like Us, as well as the convention of the diss track genre, and thus critically ignores the context of the dispute. Assessed in context, as it must be, Not Like Us clearly conveys non-actionable opinion and rhetorical hyperbole. Diss tracks are popular and celebrated art forms centered around outrageous insults, and they will be severely chilled if Drake's suits were permitted to proceed. Drake also alleged that Not Like Us constitutes second-degree harassment. What? Second-degree harassment? God damn. Penultimate. I bet. But sues under criminal statute that does not prescribe speech and has no private right of action. Finally, Drake claims that UMG promotion of Not Like Us violates New York General Business Law 349, but fails to allege any of the elements for that claim. Notable, less than 3 years ago, Drake himself signed a public petition criticizing the trend of prosecutors using artists' creative expression against them by treating rap lyrics as literally fact. When it comes to rap, the final work is a product of the artist's vision and imagination. Drake was right then and is wrong now. The complaint unjustified claims against UMG are no more than Drake's attempt to save face for his unsuccessful rap battle with Lamar. The court should grant UMG's motion and dismiss the complaint with prejudice. Oh, that's what they said. Look, they talk about Meek Mill and all that shit. Diss tracks sometime in the same hour. So they just going through a whole bunch of different diss tracks. Yeah, Drake antagonized the beef. He antagonized the beef. Like I don't understand how Drake is making this such an issue. You antagonized it, bro. That's what you wanted. The man gave you what you wanted. Now when it got out of hand, now you don't want it no more. Drake funny as shit, man. I don't really feel like reading all this shit, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Fuck my Wayne girl when he was in jail. That's conniving and calls him a fucking colonizer. Inferring Drake exploits other artists for fame and financial benefit. Taking up Drake's invitation to tailor-made freestyle. Talk about Drake liking young girls. Lamar also makes various statements at issue in the complaint, including, "See Drake, I hear you like them young. You better never go to any the fuck. Yo, this shit funny. Yo, these lawsuits about hip hop is crazy. Baka got a weird case. Why is he around?" Drake doubles down on the statements that one of Lamar's children was fathered by Mr. Free. Why isn't Whitney denying all the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? Dave leaning heart emojis underneath pics of a child. And like, if Dave really fucked your girl and got her pregnant, talk about breeding resentment. And reiterates his claim of domestic abuse. I don't want to fight with a woman beater. It feeds your nature. Like, yo, they both made wild claims, man. He just mad he lost the battle, yo. He lost big. Hey, yo, I ain't gonna lie. But see, that's the crazy thing about it, though, one and only. Like, I didn't even peep none of that. Like, I didn't peep that shit till we read the lawsuit. Like, I don't know, yo. I ain't looked that deep into it. I just thought it was a all right video. Like, but the shit with the shipping containers was funny. Like, he just beat him. He beat him. He just beat him, yo. Just beat him. That's all. You know, it happens sometimes. You ain't going to win them all, man. I don't feel like reading that shit, y'all. I'm kind of tired for real. What the hell is going on in the world? Did that damn did Boosie and that shit ain't come out yet. Man convicted 1990 double murder sentence. Let's see what happened with y'all. 1990 double murder. God damn, how the fuck he got caught that many years later?
Bill, as a total $887, and then he paid the doctors another $876, as Mr. Adams said. Then he tested.
In 1996, he was convicted of battery to the defense. We did not file an aggravation based on felony convictions, but we did file notice of aggravation in our discovery motion.
Okay.
Your Honor, the defendant was convicted of simple battery here in DeKalb in 1990. He was convicted of battery in DeKalb in 1996. He was convicted of battery in Gwinnett in 1998. And he was convicted of family violence battery in DeKalb in 2004. These were all domestic in nature and related to incidences with his intimate partners. So there is a pattern of intimate partner violence with the defendant.
Damn, bro.
We do have Ms. Napper available to provide a statement to the court regarding her children, as well as Mr. James Sumter, the brother of Pamela and John, who would like to present to the court as well. May they go ahead and present their statements, Your Honor. We're first going to call James Sumter.
Man, I don't think the impact statements ain't no joke.
Good morning, Judge Morris. Good morning. First of all, I want to say what I'm getting ready to say is from my heart, not my mind. Because the mind can be selfish and evil. These past few weeks, I've been, emotion has been up and down, with tension, headaches, and not knowing the unknown. So, for the past 30, 35 years or so, Mr. Perry lived a life he took away from my brother and sister. He must be held accountable and pay the consequences of his evil and dreadful crime he committed. Not only Mr. Perry, myself, and all of us must pay the consequences of whatever we do in life, especially if it's evil. God has given us life, and in this life, here on earth, we have the choice of freedom to choose good or evil. We all have the choice to do good or evil, but if we do evil, we must pay the consequences. I have no malice or hatred for Mr. Perry, but he must pay the consequences for this evil, gruesome murder.
Man, you already know the bar. They ready to punish him.
No one really wins in this murder because I lost a brother and sister, and no matter what we do, nothing will bring them back. And for Mr. Perry, he doesn't win also because he's going to prison. Nobody really wins.
They ready to spank his ass.
The family just want justice and due consequences for this evil murder, and then we can have closure. The person who do wrong shall receive for the wrong which they have done, and there's no respect of persons. Righteousness will prevail over evil. Righteousness will prevail over evil. Truth is stronger than evil. Truth is stronger.
Echo partners. However,
That shit gonna be
back
sad.
in 1990.
I don't want to watch
The
that.
sentencing
She probably gonna be crying and shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I ain't want to watch that.
Thank you.
Man sentenced for double murder in 1990. This just happened a couple hours
Your
ago.
Honor, this family lost not one, but two members in the same event. I can't even imagine what that must have been like for Miss Napper and the rest of the family. We're going to ask you to impose the maximum sentence under law. Because this crime was committed back in 1990, the sentencing was different at the time. There was no life without the possibility of parole option at the time. So the option on murder is life or death. And as the court knows, the state is not seeking, or did not seek the death penalty in this case. As to count one, we ask you to impose a sentence of life. As to count two, we ask that you impose a sentence of life consecutive to count one.
Hey.
Counts 3 and 4, felony murder, would vacate as a matter of law. Count 5, rape. We ask that you impose a sentence of life consecutive to count 2.
Dang.
Count 6 and 7 would merge into counts 1 and 2. Count 8, aggravated assault. We ask that you impose a sentence of 20 years to serve consecutive to count 5.
God dang.
Count 9, aggravated assault. We ask that you impose a sentence of 20 years to serve consecutive to count 8.
Jeez. Fuck, ain't nothing concurrent?
Count 10, aggravated battery. We ask that you impose a sentence of 20 years to serve consecutive to count 9. Count 11, aggravated battery. We ask that you impose a sentence of 20 years to serve consecutive to count 10.
We had triple life plus 80?
Count 12, possession of possession of a knife during the commission of a felony would be a consecutive 5-year sentence.
I guess so,
Same
bro.
with count 13, possession of a knife during the commission of a felony is a consecutive 5-year sentence. And finally, count 14, theft by taking. We ask that you impose a sentence of 10 years to serve consecutive to count 11, for a total of 3 life sentences and 100 years, Your Honor.
Jeez. Yeah. Hey, I'd have fell out. what Dirk say? Hey, the lead, well, okay. Hey, I'd have fell out. Oh my God. Oh my goodness gracious. Triple life plus 100 years. I mean, if I was ever live 3 life terms, I still owe these motherfuckers 100 years. God damn. Yo, crime don't pay, y'all. Niggas better stop killing people, man. I'm telling you, that shit ain't worth it. And she ready to do that shit. Watch. That judge right there is ready to do that shit. I mean, but hey, he lived 30 years after the murders. I mean, shit, he made out. These things get him 30 years ago. Shit, god damn. I'd have fell out. They'd have woke me up. I'd have been in cuffs, sentenced, and on my way to DOC. By the time I woke up, I'd have been in DOC. I'd have sat in jail for a week. The transport came and all that. I'd have been knocked out the whole time. Damn, shorty.
Mr. Court. Good morning, thank you, Your Honor. On behalf of Mr. Carey, I guess let me start with the statements left off as to their proposed sentence.
That ain't no lawyer. That's a public defender right there.
The state is correct that under the sentence scheme in 1990 that it was
For real.
unlawful to sentence a period of life without parole. However, as the state has articulated in counts 8, 9, 10, and 11, the state is asking for a sentence on those counts. And I believe that the law is clear on that matter.
Yeah, she ain't doing bad.
Count 8 does merge into count 2. 9 likewise merge into count 2. Count 10 does merge into count 1. And 11 does merge into count 2. If I can approach Judge? Yes. Judge, the case law seems well settled. Looking here at Ingram versus State, 279 Georgia, 132, and Regent versus State, 299 Georgia, 172. The long and short of it is that these convictions, which all arise out of the same criminal transaction, do merge into each other. We have a homicide, we have a death in counts 1 and 2. The actions that are taken here, counts 8, 9, 10, 11.
Talking about triple life, like they just piling on at that point. Like goddamn, triple life, like he, man, shit. I mean, hey, you know, do the crime, do the time, man. Like that shit just crazy, man.
The broken rib and the separated shoulder, all those, from what we heard from the medical examiner, were a part and a cause which led ultimately to the death of both of the persons in this case, with child and assumption. So, Judge, there is no delineation as to what occurred here, what occurred there, no time difference as to when any of these events occurred. It appears to be one simultaneous violent act which led to the deaths. Therefore, we believe the case law is clear under Ingram and also Regent, merge into the top charge, which would count 1 and 2, the deaths of Ms. Sumter and Mr. Sumter. But this time, Your Honor, we also
what the fuck you kill him for?
Witnesses for the court.
Well, Mr. Queen, let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
As I am looking at...
She ready to give him all them years, man.
Under count 6, the indictment alleges and the jury found your client guilty of aggravated assault, and that indicates by stabbing John Sumter. As to count 7, that is aggravated assault, and that indicates stabbing of Pamela Sumter. Then count 8, it indicates under count 8, the accused used hands and arms, which resulted in serious bodily injury by strangling.
Damn.
And that was Pamela Sumter. Count 9 indicates aggravated assault resulting in using a pillow by obstructing the nose and mouth of such person. So, in Ingram versus State, which is a 2005 case, were they charged differently in the indictment, or was it all in one act?
Let's see, look at Ingram. Ingram is a case where it's a jailhouse killing, and basically what we had is a strangulation of 2 inmates down to about Dallas State Prison. And in that case, he was convicted of malice, aggravated assault, and concealment of death. And in that case, basically, it was a strangulation. It leads to a death. Originally, the court sentences 20 years on the strangulation, and I guess a life on the murder charge. But clearly, what we have here in Ingram, even the state conceded that although the first attempt to strangle the victim may have rendered them unconscious, evidence at trial established that this assault was not a separate and complete criminal act, but rather was part of a continuous criminal act committed at the same time and place and inspired by the same criminal intent. If we look at the language in Regent, it is established by proof of the same or less than all of the facts, or a less culpable mental state that is required to establish the commission of the crime charge.
Well, because the state is conceding that count 6 and count 7 merge into counts 1 and counts 2.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to see what she do.
So your I'll take about a 10-minute break to read through all of those. Strangers. I have a statement here from his ex-wife, Sandra Gartrell Perry. 30 years is very similar to the man that we know today. So I want to thank you for this opportunity.
The following on this time, Mr. Perry, like the first one.
I understand that I am limited in what I should say, what I could say. I just like to offer my sympathies and condolences to the Sumter family. And I pray that God's love, peace, and compassion will cover them the rest of their lives. I just want to take this opportunity to do what Christ asked me to do when brought before kings, judges, and rulers. Be my opportunity to tell them about him. My life is hidden in Christ. My life is in his hands. I trust him with everything I do, everywhere I go, everything I say. I depend on his Holy Spirit. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Not ashamed of the virgin birth, his life, death, burial, resurrection. I love him with all my heart, and I know he loves me. I know he called me to do a special purpose on this earth, wherever I go. He gives me the gift of prophecy and called me to apostleship. And for that, I'm happy. And I just want everybody to know, everybody that hears my voice, and Christ has been calling our hearts, calling us to the forefront.
Separate of that. So there are intervening intervals, pauses between the separate acts that the defendant did and the acts that
I want to see what the judge did.
Cases, the court finds that under Price versus State, Georgia Supreme Court case that was decided.
Yeah, cause I wouldn't even have did all of that, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
The court does find that that is controlling. So, looking at the official code of Georgia annotated under sections 17-10-1.
Yo, cause for real, when they get to this point, it's like, yo, just get me out of it. Like, whatever. Like, all right, fuck it. How many years? Okay. You feel me? Like, it ain't even really a whole bunch. It ain't even really nothing to talk about for real. It's just like, all right.
Through 17-10.
Yeah, quit Holcomb a buster, man.
The court can look at aggravating factors for sentencing.
I'm ready to look into him after this, G man.
The nature of the crime, the defendant's prior criminal history, and other factors that should result in harsher punishments. In terms of looking at the nature of the crime, such as the vile, horrible, and inhumane offense, crimes involving torture, depravity of mind, or aggravated battery can be considered aggravating. The court can also look at the amount of harm to the victim. In this case, Mr. Perry, the jury found you guilty on all 14 counts. In terms of the amount of harm to the victims, you stabbed, strangled, and tried to smother Pamela Sumter. You raped her, and the testimony was that her injuries were so severe that it was consistent with the trauma of a woman giving birth.
God damn.
Looking at factors such as multiple victims, if the crime resulted in the death or serious injury of multiple victims, in this case, the jury found that you caused the death of both John and Pamela Sumter in a brutal and malicious manner. Also, the court considered the use of a deadly weapon. In this particular case, if a deadly weapon was used in the commission of a crime, this can also be an aggravating factor, such as a knife when used offensively, a pillow which when used offensively, and hands and arms when used offensively can be used as deadly weapons. The court can also consider your prior criminal history. There was testimony that was presented in terms of numerous family violence convictions along with battery convictions. Other factors that the court can consider is a lack of remorse with counts 1 and 2. As to count 7, aggravated assault, it will merge into counts 1 and 2. Count 8, aggravated assault, I will sentence you to 20 years to serve in custody to run consecutive. As to count 2, malice murder, Mr. Perry, you testified today that you have never hurt anyone, which is inconsistent with the jury's verdict. So, as such, in the matter of the state
And she ready to give him. She ready to give him exactly what. She ready to give him exactly what the prosecution asked for. 3 life sentences plus 100 years. Yo, but I'm gonna look into what the fuck happened, cause like, god damn. But it based off of what they saying, like shit, he earned that shit. And man, if you want to keep it all the way real, he earned it. Like, yo, you did all that to them people, bro. The fuck was wrong with y'all?
Number 24 CR 2608. The court will sentence you as to count 1, malice murder. I will sentence you to life. As to count 2, malice murder, I will sentence you to life to run consecutive to count 1. As to count 3, felony murder, that is vacated by operation of law. As to count 4, felony murder, that is vacated by operation of law. As to count 5, rape, I will sentence you to life to run consecutive.
I told you, she gonna give him the whole shit.
As to count 6, aggravated assault, it will merge with counts 1 and 2. As to count 7, aggravated assault, it will merge into counts 1 and 2. Count 8, aggravated assault, I will sentence you to 20 years to serve in custody to run consecutive to count 5. Count
So that's 3 life sentences plus 20.
I will sentence you to 20 years to run consecutive to count number
40.
8. As to count number 10, aggravated battery, I will sentence you to 20 years to serve to run consecutive to count 9.
60.
Count 11, aggravated battery, I will sentence you to 20 years to run consecutive to count 10. Count 12, possession of a knife during the commission of a felony, I will sentence you to 5 years to run consecutive. As to count 13, possession of a knife during the commission of a felony, I will sentence you to 5 years to run consecutive to the other counts. As to count 14, theft by taking, I will sentence you 10 years to run consecutive
I told you.
to count 11.
I know it.
Which I believe that is a total of 3 life sentences to run consecutive to each other plus 100 years. Mr. Perry, you have the right to seek post-judgment relief for your conviction of the crimes of malice murder, felony murder, rape, aggravated assault, aggravated battery, possession of a knife during the commission of a felony, and
The worst nightmare. Let the courts tell it.
making a motion for a new trial in this court and/or filing an appeal to a higher appellate court. If you want to file a motion for a new trial or an appeal, then you will need to file that said motion or notice of appeal with the clerk of Superior Court of this county, DeKalb County, within 30 days. You may want to more fully discuss this with your attorney, Mr. Queen. If a motion for a new trial is made and the court denies it, you will have 30 days from the filing of the order of this denial, of the order of denial.
He ain't getting no another court date.
File with the clerk of court your notice of appeal. You have the right to have an attorney represent you on the motion for new trial and the first level of direct appellate review, and if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, the court will provide you an attorney and a transcript of the trial at no cost. So, with the felonies that you have been convicted of, and a felony, usually you have a period of 4 years from the date of your sentence, which is today's date, March 18th,
Yeah, he done. He gonna die in that bitch.
And this court, when it becomes final, to file an habeas corpus petition. So, representing the person on Zoom.
They already took him out?
Yeah, DOC has the,
Yeah, he gonna cry when he get back to jail, y'all. Trust believe. Let's find out what the fuck Yo did. Man. But he lived most of his life though. Is that him? It was in Georgia. No, it wasn't him. That was in Georgia, wasn't it, y'all? The cab. The fuck is your name? Damn. Man. I be talking about, y'all. Playing with them people, man. I don't even know the man's name. DeKalb County man arrested after 30 years on a run. DeKalb County.
According to TheMiamiWire.com, 8 people have been arrested and charged with drug trafficking offenses following a lengthy investigation, the Maine Department of Public Safety.
She might say make news or something. Kenneth Perry. Kenneth Perry, DeKalb County. Yeah, it is. Some wild people out here, man.
The state has rested as the murder trial continues for 55-year-old Kenneth Perry more than 3 decades after the crime. Prosecutors have accused Perry of killing Pamela and John Sumter in Stone Mountain in 1990. A new federal grant helped investigators solve the case after uploading DNA to a national database matching a sexual assault in Detroit. A DeKalb County grand jury indicted Perry on 2 counts of murder, rape, aggravated battery, and 4 counts of aggravated assault. Ahead tonight at 6, hear Perry testify in his own defense.
Oh, shit. We got to hear that. We got to hear that. Hold up, y'all.
How is he so strong?
We got to hear that testimony. Kenneth Perry testimony. You probably can watch a little bit. I'm getting tired for real though, y'all. I thought he can beat them people. Typically, you'll get people on the stand testifying.
Oh, Ken Perry.
Should have fucking I was on. But I can watch a little bit of it.
Michigan.
Probably 22 years.
Okay. And where'd you move from there?
To Georgia.
And where have you lived in Georgia?
I lived at only Stone Mountain area, predominantly Loganville, Stampville, and Atlanta and Decatur.
Now, the time that you were arrested, where were you living?
I was living on Austin Park Apartments off of Glenwood and Austin Drive. Oh, when I was arrested for this one.
Arrested for this?
Oh, I was living in Loganville, 1832 Preserve Creek Way.
And who were you living in Loganville with?
Down at Blevins.
Okay. Now, we just heard from Yasmin. Mm-hmm. Is that her mom?
Her mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law. And who's this Blevins son?
I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear about the how.
In 1990. Where were you staying around about that time?
There we go.
Austin Drive.
And living with the same people?
Same people.
Now, we've heard mention of a club on Lucky Street. Are you familiar with this club?
No, sir.
And we've heard mention regarding John and Pamela Sumter and their death. Let me just start with, let's get to the meat of this. Did you kill Pamela Sumter?
No, sir, I did not. And I will profess and confess that Jesus Christ is Lord.
Did you rape Pamela Sumter?
No, sir, I did not. My hands are clean. I did not rape Pamela Sumter. I did not kill Pamela Sumter or John Sumter.
I guess let me ask a question. Did you kill John Sumter?
No, sir, I did not.
Now, I know this is an awkward question, but let me ask, in 1990, were you gay?
Never been gay.
But let me draw your attention to July 1990. Did you meet John and Pamela Sumter or something?
Yo, they asked the man, was he gay in 1990? What the fuck? I mean, if he was gay in 1990, more than likely he gay in 2025. Like, they should just ask him, was he gay, period. The fuck? And they put a specific time frame on it. Was you gay in 1990 at 3:00 a.m.? Yo, these people crazy, man.
At some point, I did.
How'd you meet John Sumter?
Well, it was the weekend, so that's Saturday, and I normally walk. I didn't have a car, so my way of getting familiar was walking. And I was walking down Covington Highway Saturday evening, and I didn't know his name at the time. John Sumter approached me, rode up by me, asked me did I want to drive, and I told him no.
So, Mr. Sumter, did he ask you if you were a trick?
No.
Or a prostitute or anything?
No.
Okay. So did you end up getting a ride from John Sumter?
Eventually I did. I didn't feel threatened or anything, you know. I received nothing but good vibes from people in Atlanta since I had been here.
Okay. And where'd you go, Mr. Sumter?
I told them where I was going. I was coming down Covenant Highway here out of Harrison. What I normally do is walk down towards Wesley Chapel, go around the back way to Austin, drive back to the apartment. And after I got in the car with him, he said he needed to make a quick stop at his house. He had been out with a friend, and his friend was supposed to come and hang out with him. So he needed to stop by his house real quick to see his friend had made it over there. And it wasn't up the street.
Okay. So,
they ain't buying
did you
that.
go with John Sumter to the address in question there?
Yeah, I did. I rode over there with him.
Okay. And you called what time you had gotten there?
It was getting dark.
Okay. So this was July, so I assume it's around 9 or so?
I never wore jewelry, so I can't tell you. It was getting dark.
So when you got to the house, right, did you go into the house?
No, we sat in the car and we talked a while. And I told him about my aspirations of getting into the ministry. And he gave me pretty good feedback. And like I said, we just sat there and we talked for a minute. And when he said, we're going to the house. And we got out, get ready to go walk me to the house. A friend of his walked up and he said, oh, you made it over here. And he was like, asked me my name. He didn't even know my name. He was asking me at the point. I told him Ken. He said, this is my friend Alvin. Alvin said, hey man, we'll talk about that later. You got the money that you owe. And he said, oh, we'll talk when we go in the house. So he asked me to wait outside, and they went in the house. What they talked about, I don't know. I sat on the front hood of the car and just waited. And against my first mind of not getting in the car or leaving, because it seemed like they was talking for a while. But I waited.
Did you go in?
Eventually, once he came back out, and he come into the house.
Who came back out?
John.
And where was this guy, Alvin, at the time?
He was in the house.
Now tell us, what did Alvin look like?
He had to be at least about 6'1", maybe 6'2". He was dark skinned. I was a lot lighter than I am now, so yeah, he was definitely darker than I was.
Yo, Ray described himself. Yes, it's great. Yo, Ray described himself, y'all.
A military buzz cut. He had his eyebrows arched. He didn't have any facial hair, and he was built like an action hero. Like,
what do you mean action hero?
Jim Ray. He was a real buff.
So, at some point in time, did you go into the townhome?
Yes, I did.
And inside the townhome, who was there?
Who's Sam C?
The only person I saw was John and Alvin.
Well, how long do you think you may have stayed in there? Yeah,
I don't know. I would think after about 15 to 20 minutes being in there, I was offered something to drink. And I was a bit parched, so I accepted. I guess I'm assuming it was water. And
the drink, was it a glass? Was it a cup?
It was in a glass, and it was handed to me by John.
And what happened after you took that drink?
Well, I sat down on the couch, and they were talking and back and forth, and
who was talking?
John and Alvin about I don't know exactly what they was. I was like a fly on the wall, just listening to them. I didn't know it had something to do with it.
Objection, hearsay.
Okay, what I heard was him say, Alvin.
Objection, hearsay.
So, this conversation, did it have anything to do with you?
No.
And let me stop for a minute. 1990, how old were you?
22, I had just turned 22.
So going back to take a drink, and what do you notice about yourself after you take a drink?
I noticed I was awfully comfortable.
Okay. And did they offer you anything else while you were there?
Well, a while later they offered me a piece of a brownie.
How was that offered to you?
They offered it to me on a plate. Alvin did.
And did you take the brownie?
Well, I took it and it was round. It wasn't square. So I wasn't sure. So I kind of rejected it. But at their insistence, I did, grab it and take a bite. And it didn't taste like a brownie to me.
Okay. Now you said it was a brownie, it was round, so like a cookie?
Yeah, it's almost like a hostess cupcake, hostess thing, what they call them, something like that, round chocolate.
So after you tasted the brownie, what happened?
Like I said, it didn't taste like the brownie, so I went to the bathroom and lifted the toilet seat up, spit it out, flushed the toilet, rinsed my mouth out, and I went back and sat down.
And then what happened?
Then you start getting a little fuzzy and to me, a little crazy.
What do you mean a little crazy?
Well, I noticed that they was hugged up and giggling and at one point in time kissing and I didn't know what to make out of it.
So at that time, did you ask for it?
No, actually, it was almost like I couldn't speak. It was really weird. And I knew something was going on with me that I didn't know what. I've never drank, never did any type of drugs my whole life. And so I didn't know what this feeling was.
So, were you feeling not yourself?
Yeah, I felt like I couldn't talk, I couldn't move. It was almost like if anybody ever had sleep paralysis and you try to snap out of it. For most people I know that have experienced something like that. You snap out of it when you call on the name of Jesus. It was kind of one of those feelings.
Did you feel as though you were drunk?
Yes, I know I was. After that experience, looking back on it, learning about certain things like hypnology, HB, and psychotics, I knew they had given me something.
Then what happened?
I dozed off. And I don't know how long I dozed off, but when I came back to, I noticed they were sitting next to each other and John was on the phone. And I noticed my shirt was pulled up over my head.
Do you know how your shirt ended up over your head?
No.
Do you know what maybe happened to you during this time?
No.
So at some point in time, did you see Miss something?
Well, that was a little
Man,
while
so you can
after.
pull for the $4 cash app.
After John got off the phone, it was really weird. I was able to see what was going on, but I couldn't do anything about what I was seeing. As far as wanting to get out of the apartment or leave or whatever, it's almost like I didn't have control over that. And
It's like some old freaky shit was going on. Oh, alrighty, man. See my man Edward for the $4 cash app, man. Appreciate it, bro.
My nipples. And then Alvin came over and he took his shirt off. He had on I believe it was a gray shirt. He had on some white shorts. And they was both was following me. And
were you able to resist?
No.
Why not?
What the fuck?
I couldn't.
This shit wild. They had a wild night. Jesus Christ.
I could explain that I had 4 older brothers. And your older brother pinned you down. You're 6 or 7 years old. You can't get up. And it's the worst feeling in the world because you know that there's something inside you telling you to get up. You can beat this feeling. But no, it was like that. I couldn't do anything about it.
Then what happened?
sex.
What the fuck?
And
Yo, it be geeking.
only thing I was thinking.
Yeah, he was big back then too.
Praying. And to my mother at that time, my mother was the only spiritual person in my life. And so I was praying to her to seek help or guidance for me out of this situation.
Were you able to get up?
No.
Then what happened?
Fuck happened, nigga?
And then they took turns going down on me.
And we said going down, what do you mean?
What the fuck is this? I didn't, yo, this is not how I expected this shit that went down. Like, this shit is, this is like some old Diddy party ass shit. Like, the fuck is going on over here? Picking randoms up out the street and having freak offs. It's like, what the fuck? That turned Diddy? God damn.
Were you able to stop you? How long was left?
I couldn't even tell you that I passed out again.
That's like a Diddy victim. Like how they be making the same.
When I came back to, Alvin pulled me up off the couch and trying to dance with me. And John grabbed me by the hand and said, let's go upstairs. And so he ushered me upstairs, had his hand in my pants, kind of like pulling me forward.
What
but
the
my
fuck?
pants up the stairs.
This shit's starting to get X-rated. Fast forward this shit.
Were you helpless?
I couldn't do nothing about it. I couldn't act out what I wanted to with my body, not what I was thinking. I couldn't do it.
And where did John take you?
He took me into the bedroom where the lady was. I didn't know who she was at the time. I learned later that it was his sister, but at the time it was a woman in the room was dead.
What happened there?
When we went in the room, she said, Johnny, I do not like cussing. So I thought if I just spelled it out, she said, Johnny, who?
It was his sister. The fuck?
Who the F is this? And he said, somebody's supposed to be giving a ride home. Well, he gonna party with us. And
he was partying with his sister.
He scooted me up on the bed. My pants was pulled down. And he was jacking me off from the back.
What the fuck? Hold the fuck up. You ain't skip that part.
If I can explain anything, it would be almost like the Bible talks about having the mission of semen.
Alright, we done. That shit got way too weird for me, y'all. Like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened. It's like, for real, like, hey, hope you make out. He got a long time to figure out a way to make it out that situation. Hey, what the fuck? God damn. Yo, I did not. That's not what I was. Know what I was thinking? I was thinking that maybe like he robbed the house and you know what I mean, and shit just went chaotic. Like I did not think this was no Diddy freak off, sexcapade with sisters. Like Jesus Christ. Sleep it down. Shit. Yo, it was some motherfuckers out here living wild. Jesus Christ. Yo, it's a wild world out here, man. Especially with that 1990. I can just imagine what shit going on nowadays. If that was going on in the 90s, 2025 probably vicious. Man, fuck that. Hope he make out, man. Hope he find his way out them 3 life sentences. I don't know how he got there. Like, straight up. That's crazy. Yo, was y'all expecting that? And I'm not tripping, Emma. Yo, who was expecting that type of testimony? Who was expecting him to, that? Like, I wasn't expecting that, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was not expecting that. For real. I was not expecting that, yo. I should have known something wasn't right when he asked him was he gay. That should have been red flag off the rip. That should have been a red flag, but I mean, damn. Out here picking up randoms and shit. Then I thought it was his wife. I was wondering, like, when he was like, yeah, 2 family members. He lost 2 family members in the same day. I was thinking maybe it was his wife or something. And I find out it was his sister. Shit crazy. Yo, but I gotta put this food away, y'all. Alright. That is wild. Out this motherfucker. Yo, that is crazy, y'all. I'm still hungry for real. Matter of fact, yeah, I appreciate everybody that tapped in, y'all. Definitely a horror movie. God damn, then you hear the yo, I don't know. Maybe he was drugged. I don't know, but nigga, how the fuck you get in that situation? You supposed to, if that ain't what you wanted, you supposed to go out there immediately. Like, fuck that. Fuck this shit. Wow. I ain't signed up for this shit. What the fuck is going on here? They done freaked them off and shit. Had a whole party. They didn't party though. Hey, yo. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. Don't dare keep G News. Here, and I'm out.